From the Fox 29 studios, this is Good Day Philadelphia.
Tis the season of giving, as you know, but do you know how much you should? We do this every year
because people debate over it every year.
Yeah, and the rules change every year. Like your letter carrier, hairstylist, dog groomer. How much do you tip people? How about the doorman at your building? We have an expert. I get confused every time at this year, or this time of year, or however way you want to put it. Who do you tip? How much do you tip that are people in your life that help you out? So what is the going rate in 2018?
So we're bringing in an etiquette expert, Maryanne Parker, here to help us out because you specialize in these things.
Yes, I do. Good morning.
Kind of her thing. She's from Bulgaria. Welcome to Philadelphia.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Nice to have you. So let's break it down into different categories. Let me get my specs out.
Because really it depends on how often you work with the person or how often you deal with them.
This is exactly correct because usually you tip people you communicate throughout the year.
Right.
And I have to tell you that I discovered the secret because every year I'm very stressed out. I have a big list. Who do I tip? Who do I skip? I have kids to get presents for.
Right.
So you have to be creative. That's the secret.
All right.
You have a guideline, but you need to be creative.
Let's start with people we see, like a hairdresser, manicurist, pet groomer, people like that. How much would I give them?
You give them the cost of one service. So sometimes, especially for us, the ladies, we spend a lot of money for the hairdresser.
Right.
At times, might cost $200, $300.
Right.
So you can't really afford all the time to tip this amount of money. So what you do, you can pay partially, but at the same time, you can add, for example, a gift card or some kind of a present. If you're very domestic, you can make cookies. But me personally, I don't try to take a chance because I don't want to disappoint anybody. For example, my hairdresser, I've been working with him for 10 years. So I know everything about him. So I know that he loves coffee. So I'm going to give him a tip and I'm going to get him something
that's a very good
coffee
point.
related.
Because if it costs you the $500 for cut and color, you can't afford to give them $500.
Right.
Yes, you are going to send a very negative vibe. Oh, I gave you $500.
Okay. So what's the portion then that we need to give?
If you can give a half of the amount, yes.
Okay.
But be creative, and you always have to bring something from the heart.
And coffee.
Yes.
Okay, let's get to the next one. We don't have much time. Like a babysitter, housekeeper, dog walker, people like that.
Yes, you pay the cost of 1 week of service. For example, if you have a housekeeper and she comes twice per month, you want to give her the pay for 1 week. And always make sure that you give her a little gift as well because she knows everything in your house, right? At the same time, if you buy an expensive TV and you don't want to tip her, she already knows that you spend the money somewhere else. So you want to be gracious.
Okay.
For the nanny, you want to go above because she takes care of your children.
Yeah.
And you can actually add a nice note from your children. Could be really sweet.
Cute.
That's
handwritten
sweet
notes.
and cheap.
Yes, exactly.
Letter carriers, UPS delivery person, FedEx,
For them,
Amazon.
Yes, we don't really pay them in cash or gift cards because it's actually on their website, so we don't want to get in trouble with the law. But at the same time, you want to be really, really nice to them because they work very hard as well. You know, you can leave some little gift into the mailbox. The FedEx people, they actually can get gifts up to $75. What?
Oh, okay.
So that's a big amount of money, but their job is also very important.
All right.
Okay. So what about just miscellaneous ones like the sanitation workers or house maintenance?
Extremely important because you don't really see them all the time, but they do a tremendously important job. So you need to check the guidelines in the area, and you always have to give them something. I usually give them a cider or a box of cookies, something nice.
Oh, apple cider.
Apple cider, yes.
But sometimes they put the envelope out, like they want money, seems like.
If you don't really know the requirements for the area, don't take a chance. But if they want a different tip, maybe between $15 and $30 could be nice per person.
A lot of people watching the show live in high-rise buildings. They have door people. And sometimes there's 10 or 15 of them. What do you do?
What you do, actually, the person, the doorman, is your eyes and your ears, if you think about it, because depends which area you are. Also depends very much, are you renting there? Are you owning the place? So if you're owning, but you're renting it to somebody else, you really want to tip the doorman because they pay attention who is going inside the building, what do they do. They are not just standing there and smiling. So some people, I read somewhere that they can get a tip up to $10,000 per month because every single person from every unit pays them.
I thought you meant what each person should pay. I was like,
if it's an upstate neighborhood, they get a lot of money.
So how much should the person be?
So you can,
What do you recommend?
the starting point is $50, $75. You can go depending on the level, on the area and everything.
I do the 75, like
yeah,
100 bucks.
Does it depend if you're an owner versus a renter, or?
No, not necessarily. If you're a renter and you get a lot of good service, you always want to tip as well.
They're so
but
important.
if you're an owner, you definitely want to tip them, you know? So you want to be on the right note.
Good to meet you.
Very nice meeting
Thank you so
Here's your
much.
tip. It's a candy cane.
Thank you so much.
I've
Lindsay, is it
already
open?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Maryanne.
That's not going to work.
Next time.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good to have you here in Philly.